Hello, everybody. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. I hope you're having a very, very good day wherever you are on the planet. West Ham flying at the minute. I'm here to talk about two players who I think have made this season very, very good, even from the start. Let's roll back a few weeks ago when we was getting absolutely slapped by Leverkusen. West Ham were massively in trouble. Go to Bournemouth with a sort of makeshift midfield, and basically we get a draw when we should have won the game, really. And if we would have won the game, we would have been on 12 points maximum from 4 games. But two players have come into this side that I'm here to talk about today, and basically one of them who I think is absolute standout for possibly player of the year. Do you know what I mean? At West Ham, and it's only 4 games in. I'm not getting too excited, but what he brings to the side is absolutely phenomenal talent. Do you know what I'm saying? First player I'm going to talk about is this man, Edison Alvarez. Uh, where do I begin with this man? Where do I absolutely begin? Come from Ajax, Mexican international. He has just took to the Premier League like a duck to water at the end of the day. And I see him against Chelsea, and I thought he come on, he showed little glimpses, and I thought, you know what, he looks okay. Yeah. I see him against Brighton, and I went, yeah, this geezer, I think knows how to handle the Premier League. And when he played against Luton in the last fixture, I thought he was extremely good, extremely good. The way he scans the areas, the way he's reading of the game, he's a big presence, Edison Alvarez. And I'm going to be honest, I think he's one of the top signings of the window. I think to come in and be that defensive midfielder that we've been crying out for, losing Declan Rice, which is is a massive blow, bringing in Alvarez from Ajax, and this is a man that, let's be honest, no one really took the risk on. He was mentioned by Arsenal, I think it was mentioned at one stage, Chelsea, Liverpool, um, even Dortmund to a point. To come to West Ham for £34 million, I think is an absolute bargain, like absolute bargain. I don't know what more I can say on this man other than I really am looking forward to seeing what he does towards moving forward with West Ham. But for me, when I look at Alvarez and I think what he brings, I think it's the adaptability that the man's got. He can move into positions automatically. Like I think against Brighton, I think it was, he kept shifting from midfield to defence. When West Ham were being sort of attacked, he would go in as a third centre half, and he'd do his job very, very well. And what I like about him is he's always on the move. He's always looking around, and his passing is absolutely superb. Like I can't stress enough how good this man is. So for me, I think he is one of the standout signings. Yeah, and obviously we are going to see the other lads who come into play, Mavropanos and Kudus. But this man, for me, Mexico have got a fine, fine player, and we've got a fine, fine player too. And I'm quite excited, really am, to see where the future holds for Edison Alvarez. Um, so I'm going to leave it at that with him. But for signing and what he brings to the side as a proper defensive midfielder, I think he's absolute steal at £34 million. Moving on to this man, James Ward-Prowse. Uh, I have got to eat humble pie. I've got to be honest. I've got to hold it. I've got to hold the L, very much so. And you know, I've got to take it. When we was looking at midfielders in the summer, I was looking at people like Conor Gallagher. I think Scott McTominay was mentioned. I wasn't convinced. James Ward-Prowse just didn't do it for me. Just did not do it for me. I see the free kicks, very, very good set piece taker, and I was a bit on the fence big time. Like I didn't want him here. When West Ham signed him, you back the signing. He arrives against Chelsea and he delivers 2 assists. And I'm thinking, wow, this man is absolute top draw. Let's be honest. Like he's assisting goals now. Then he scored against Brighton, and then even against Luton, it's like an all-round decent performance. Another assist for the header of Kurt Zuma. I think we've absolutely stole this man for £30 million. I think if he continues the way he's going, he's going to be player of the year for West Ham all day long. Like I look at other players and I look at other players in this team like Bowen, Paqueta, but as a new signing coming in and the impact that he has made since he's arrived at West Ham, if he continues to get goals and assists, he's going to be up there. he's very, very unlucky not to be in the England side. I will say that. I think it's a lot of favouritism in the England side currently. And I look at him and I look at the way he has been with West Ham so far. He should at least got a call up. He really should have done. And for him not to get called up only benefits us, if I'm being truthfully honest. So when I look at James Ward-Prowse and for what he brings, the set pieces are just key for us. Yeah. We score a lot of our goals from set pieces. A few years ago, we was lethal at set pieces, and we had people like Cresswell crossing balls in, Fornells crossing balls in. Now we've got a person who can actually pinpoint across all the time, straight like onto someone's head, and every cross that he does put in, he's like pretty dangerous. I was sitting in a pub for the Luton game, and I was talking to a few West Ham fans there, and they even said to me, every time this man crosses a corner, and it's never a bad cross. It's never one that goes iffy. It's always a ball that's coming in that is dangerous every single time. And I am very, very pleased West Ham have signed him now. Do you know what I mean? I've got to take the L. Yeah, I've got it majorly wrong with James Ward-Prowse, and for what he does bring to our side, he's very, very good. It ain't just the crossing ability. Also, as a midfielder, he gets stuck in. He don't mind taking a yellow card. His passing ability is pretty first class, and with him and Alvarez in that sort of middle of the park, it's a toss of a coin with Souček. Do you know what I'm saying? Even whether you like Souček or not, then like you've got two players who can hold the ball, pass the ball, and have got good vision. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting to see how James Ward-Prowse's season develops with West Ham. I'm expecting big things from him though, and I am going to say this quite openly. I think it's between him, Bowen, and Paqueta for Player of the Year. Yeah, if Paqueta stays, he'll be up there. But I think James Ward-Prowse will definitely be in with a shout, 100%. Like I just think what he brings right now, and this is just the beginning. Like as the season goes on, is there going to be even more from James Ward-Prowse to sort of benefit West Ham United Football Club? So, you know what? I'm very, very pleased with him. These two signings for a combined total of £64 million is absolutely still. And I think one thing I will say about West Ham currently right now is they've worked on this, right? They've worked on the signs that they have gone for. Going for Kudus, Mavropanos, JWP, and Edison Alvarez, signing them four players for just over £100 million is pretty good business, in my opinion. And for me, I am over the moon with it. I'm a little bit disappointed that they didn't get a striker in. I am. But if West Ham are cooking something in the background and saying, right, we wait till January, then we go and get a striker, and we're going to identify a target that is specifically that for that position, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I think we've got enough to handle till January. It is a lot of pressure on Mikel Antonio, Danny Ings to name them two lads, because if they've got to perform, but we've got Kudus coming in, looks a very, very good player. Mavropanos as a potential right back, if not right centre half. I think the signs are looking good at West Ham, and 10 points from 12. What more can you ask for? We have obviously got City next, but it's currently an international break. But I'm excited. I'm excited with these two players that have come in. I am really looking forward to seeing what Kudus can do. I want to see him start against Manchester City. I want him to be sort of unleashed against the best team on the planet at the minute. So, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, that's enough from me. Enjoy your day, whatever you're doing and wherever you are. And it's international break, so we will see what we'll be doing this week on E20 Zone TV. Probably not a lot, but if we do, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and you will see what we're up to this week. I want to thank everyone who's been watching also in regards of sort of the after thoughts and the player ratings and the after hours shows. The after hours shows are one of my most favourite shows, and it's a show that I enjoy doing, getting people on late at night on a Thursday night, discussing all things West Ham. So do check them out also. Anyway, I'm going to love and leave yous. You take care of yourselves, and I will see you again in the next one. Peace.